I'm learning stuff every day. Oh, I hope the hotel Wi-Fi is adequate for this. Because that would be really stuff every day. Oh, hang on. There's one person watching. There's aloha. There's two people watching. Hi Mandy Hall, how are you this evening or this morning or whatever time it is where you are? What are you up to? Just cruising around the YouTube world. So quiet at this time of night. I was just watching, no, I can't think what it's called. I'll see if I can find the channel, but it was pretty boring. Oh, hang on. We're on the move. That's probably a bit better. Bellamia Susie P, hello. Susie P, hello. I can't find it now. It's a 24/7 piano channel. It's quite random. It's more interesting just how many people watch it. There's usually like 3,500, 4,000 people that have it on. In the UK, 12:10 in the afternoon. Nice. It's 8th, and I think I'm getting the man flu. I actually had a really cool little thumbnail, but it wouldn't upload it, so I don't know what happened there. I've just discovered something about Streamlabs. But what are you groovers up to? I've pretty much gone live to see if anyone has anything cool to chat about, because I've loaded up on vitamins and doing everything I can to keep this friggin' cold at bay, but I reckon it's gonna beat me. Winter in Australia. It's really cold here tonight where I am. Well, good morning, New York City. 7:10, and that would be Wednesday morning for you, whereas I'm heading into Wednesday evening. Hello, Mel. I think I'm getting the man flu. Yeah, I'm thinking, although I felt a lot worse today, and since getting back here, I've just loaded myself up on all the I've got like a little medical supplies. Well, I've got a little suitcase, an emergency suitcase. I'm just loading up on stuff, and I actually feel, now that I've had some dinner, I feel a little bit better, but I'm gonna have a hot shower a bit later and jump into bed, I think. Oh, the Tim Jones trial. Tim Jones I thought he was convicted of 5 counts of murder, or 4. That's the guy who killed his babies, isn't it? And drove around with them in the car. Is that Tim Jones? Are you waiting for his sentencing? Because I thought I saw him. You would have just shot him. Tim Jones? Or the man that gives the flu? I sound much better now than I did earlier today. They're deciding if he should get the death penalty. I think they should. What a horrible, horrible, horrible man. An absolute fucking monster. Yeah, well, that's the next thing, I suppose. He's got all those appeals. So many appeals when you're on death row. It's ridiculous. But that case, I mean, I didn't get into it as intensely as a lot of people did, but I sort of followed it peripherally. And yeah, when he was speaking about how the first child died and he pretty much just beat the crap out of him, and then he was just dead. And they said, what do you mean? He's like, I noticed that he was just dead. So then I killed the other ones. There were 5 kids, weren't there? No, poor mother. Oh, just so disturbing. Horrible. It's just people just do weird shit. I mean, I listen to a lot of true crime podcasts, and I was driving back from a regional area where I was today for work, and I listened to an Australian true crime podcast that I'm starting to listen to. It's not gripping me as quickly as most do, but they talked about the Burke Street Mall dude. He just decided to drive through a mall and mow down people, and 6 people were killed, including a 3-month-old baby. But his background story and the drugs that he was on, and also how he actually said on a phone call to his mother that he knew if he played crazy that he'd probably only go to jail for 5 years. But when psychologists were analysing him, he'd either be really rational and just talk about the whole thing, or he'd just claim he was the Messiah. And creepy individual. But anyway, he's locked away for a very long time, and rightly so. But even, I mean, in Australia, unfortunately, life doesn't mean life. They can still get out in like 30 years' time. And when you're young, you know, if you think about they could get out in their 50s, it's pretty scary shit. I don't know who the man is who goes around giving out man flu, Mel, but we should get him in court and get him convicted and get him the death penalty with no appeals. Just getting a cushion. I forgot. I get a sore bum on these seats. They're solid vinyl. There's no giving them at all. That's better. Yeah, shoot him for free. Your nipples fell off last night because it's so cold here. Did I put them? Well, I did. I've got a collection of nipples, not just yours, Mel. I've got a heap. Mind you, one of them fell off today. This little scarf does lose the occasional pom-pom. It's still got a ridiculous number on there, but when the first one fell off, I was like, I shall sew that back on. And now I'm like, no. If that pom-pom no longer wanted to be an adornment around my neck and it chose to end its life dramatically, then so be it. So now I'm placing little grey pom-poms wherever they sort of jump off. I'm leaving them as like a little tribute, little sort of statue of sorts. You know, and I kind of amuse myself thinking one day I might be walking down the street and I'll see one in a little planter box. I'll be like, you're still there, Groover. But I've lost probably about 8 by now, I reckon. And the plan is just to, if they want to jump off, you know, if life's too tough for them being a fucking pom-pom on a scarf, so be it. So be it. Oh, AG, how are you? How are you, beautiful girl? Are you home? Are you back in Germany, or are you still swanning around Japan? I haven't checked up on you for a while. On death row for 30 years. What was that? I heard a case, I don't know what it was, whether I watched something on Netflix or if it was a podcast I heard, or if someone was talking about it on YouTube. Someone who was convicted and got the death penalty, and it was like expedited, and it all happened in 5 days or something. Does anyone know about that, or did I dream about that? I don't think it was in America though, but it was in a country where they have the death penalty, but they just expedited it really quickly, like from when he was sentenced to death to when it happened. I think it was in less than a week, but I'm sure I heard something. I just can't remember who, when, what, how, but I thought it was something like maybe in the last week or two that I heard. I was like, that's new. Oh, you're back in Germany. Guten Morgen. Hi, Space Monster 61. How are you? Hi, Megan's birdie. Hi, fucker. Right back at you. Hi, fucker. I think it'd be very hard being a pom-pom. Clearly it is, because they're repeatedly jumping off my scarf with gay abandon, I have to say. What are we talking about? Well, Space Monster 61, we can talk about whatever you like. I just want a distraction because the last 2 trips to this city, the last one I had a fang removed, and on this trip I feel like I'm getting man flu. I'm only here for like 4 days. I flew all day yesterday. I saw clients in regional South Australia today. Tomorrow I've got some appointments in the city, and then I'm going to a MasterChef inspired cooking school from a former MasterChef Australia contestant. Taking clients to that, that's heaps of fun, and one of my best friends from when I lived here is coming as well. So that's a huge night and lots of fun, and then I fly home Friday. But I've managed to, I think, contract some sort of, I think it's probably just a cold. It's not surprising really, it's that time of the year, isn't it? You know, and I've gone from like hot to cold to hot to cold to hot to cold. The weather's been crazy in Tassie, but in Adelaide, when I got here yesterday, it was hot, and then it pissed down overnight, and I woke up this morning and it was brr. You're in Cronulla, Space Monster. Nice. That's a good part of the country, is it? What's the weather like in Sydney town? Guten Tag, it's midday. Thank you for clarifying that, Adri, or Moshi Moshi. Yeah, look, Megan's birdie's got, she knows it's Mel Mel. She knows how to say g'day, g'day fucker. That's pretty much how we talk around here, isn't it? Hey Mel Mel, I discovered on Streamlabs today, the reason I kept creating an event was I hadn't scrolled through the screen enough to see that you can just go bang live straight away on Streamlabs. I've been doing, I thought I had to create an event. That was the only one that let me start up a live. So I think I've learned something today. I'll have to try that. Is that what you do? You just go straight to go live now, bang, and away it goes? Because the 2 options above schedule an event don't work for me, but I've discovered there's another option below. It pays to scroll, fuckers. It pays to scroll. Oh, there's all this chitty chat. Where am I and what do I do, Space Monster? Well, I don't really know what I do. I work for this company. I think that they're legit because money goes into my bank account every 2 weeks, but I don't really know. So I think I could be a spy. I don't know. Like I said, they seem pretty legit. I seem to have to just take people out to lunch, dinner, concerts, footy games, fringe shows, and then they make my company happy. It's a weird job, and I'm autonomous. At the moment I'm in Adelaide because I manage South Australia, but I have a house in Tasmania that I'm rarely at. But I look after Tassie as well, but I'm on my own in both states. So I don't have anyone else in the office with me. I get to work from home a bit, and I fly a shitload. But apart from a conference in July, I'm going to be in Tassie for about 2 months. We've got quite a lot of stuff happening down there at the moment. Hot in Sydney, really? Oh, my boss didn't tell me that today. Yeah, so I'm in the city of Choiches. I don't normally get sick when I fly. I think I've built up an immunity to germs when I fly, because I never get sick when I fly. Touch wood. There's nothing wooden nearby, touch wood. I think it's because I've been in inadequate clothing when I've been outside, and then I've been in hot buildings, like, you know, everyone's got the heating cranked, and then you go outside and it's fucking cold again, and I don't know. I don't feel really sick. I mean, I'm having a little herbal tea right now, a little lemon ginger number, but a bit of a sore throat. That's about it. I was sneezing yesterday, and I did have to blow my nose a lot this morning, but other than that, might nip this fucker in the bud. It's a plan. But I am actually amazed, Mel, the number of flights that I take. It blows my mind that I don't get sick more often. But yeah, I think I've just built up an immunity to plane germs. Or the planes I'm on have got better filtering systems than when I used to do the budget airlines. I used to get sick all the time when I flew Virgin or Shitstar or Tiger. But I fly Qantas now, and I don't seem to get sick at all. I think Qantas have got better filtration systems on board. Or maybe it's people are just generally not as germy. I don't know. I don't know. People are not as germy. That sounded wrong. What I meant was, I guess I've been lucky. I haven't sat next to anyone ever who's been sick either. There's nothing worse when you get... Everyone goes, you know, flying with the crying babies the worst. I don't think so. I think it's when you've got someone sitting next to you who's really sick and snotty and sneezy and wheezy and... bleh. Or people who take their shoes off. They're bad news. They're bad news. So, Space Monster, you saw another meltdown on YouTube. Who was that? I've missed stuff. Although Mel was saying the other night how quiet it's been on YouTube, and then I kind of had a little look around and it's quiet, and I have had a look at DLive, but I've got some plans a bit even beyond YouTube now, so, and not on DLive, but I've got some things I'm looking at doing at the moment that are taking up a fair bit of time. I'm happy with the tubes. I'm happy to stay on the tubes. There's heaps of shit going out on the tubes too, that, like, I keep finding all these true crime channels that have got, you know, anywhere from 300,000 to like gazillions of people watching them. And some of the stuff they did on the Watts case, for example, was so, you know, cool, and I'm like, why the fuck wasn't I watching them? They were really, they're big channels and they know their shit. But then I've also found a heap of really weird channels that do Chris Welch stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know about you, you're a bit weird. Bit weird. But who had the meltdown? Matahari, hello, you love my accent? Well, thank you, but I don't think I've got one. I think you do. Are you in India with a name like that? Maddie Beth, hello. I'm just scrolling back up. I don't have the meltdown. Turn that big light off. Hi. I was talking to myself because I didn't realise. I thought I'd just continue, but no. So there was a lot of stuff. I'm going to refresh my page now, and hopefully we're all back. Oh shit, I went from like 13 people to 2. Everybody left. Huh. Our Space Monster's still here. Hello. Finally back. Well, I thought I did that quite quickly, but it probably felt like forever. I'm back, Matty Bath, I just called you. Yeah, my brain, I've got, you know when you're getting sick and you get cotton wool head? I've got that all the time. But it's particularly bad this evening. Went to a buffer break. Right, so everyone was talking about shit on the YouTubes. And I've a channel that I haven't heard about. What did you say? It was called 411. Never ever heard of 411. Who or what is 411? 411. Missing 411? Missing, it's like a podcast. Hang on, I'll scroll down and see if there's a channel. 411. Hot diggity dog, I don't know who 411 is. The Impossible Disappearance, no. Hi Mandy Hall, glad you're still here. Went for a buffer break. I'm back, Mel Mel. Pork Chop has returned. Oh, 411 now. 411 now, a crime channel. For 17,000 subscribers. So, is this, the 8-hour live stream and drinks with special guest? What happened? Can you summarize it so I don't have to watch 8 hours? Like, I don't, in terms of the drama stuff, don't get me wrong, I love watching train wrecks. It was just, there was a time when it seemed it didn't matter who went live on YouTube, everyone in chat was just talking about what was going on different channels. And one of the things about my channels I discovered quite early on was I had people that were in, you know, feuding camps that were coming in to my chat and they were all having a nice time. And I'm like, this is really good. Let's just leave it this way. Because, you know, I'm not going to tell people who they can and can't watch. And most people are civil, you know, they're not, no one ever came in and started fighting. But I just didn't want people, I didn't want anyone bitching about another channel because I wanted people from every channel to feel like if they came into my channel, they weren't going to get reamed by anyone. So that's kind of why I have the no drama rule. It's more like just don't bring the fighting in here, because it was quite nice to have people that were technically, I suppose, in different camps. I mean, I don't belong in any camp and I'm not going to be told I should only be in one camp or I shouldn't watch some channel because of, you know, because they're in an enemy camp. I mean, all of that stuff, I don't want to be part of that. So I kind of figured if people were going to come in and slag a channel, I didn't then want that channel creator or someone who watched that channel to come in and see that. It was more that. But I do like the train wreck stuff. But what's the story with this channel? 8 hours of shit? What happened, Space Monster? Sum it up. Maddie Beth, what stuff have you got to do stuff with? He's usually a great guy, but he lost it, started drinking and then left and forgot to turn his channel off. Oh my God, and it stayed on for 8 hours. Mandy Hall. Oh, thank you for popping in and saying hi, Mandy Hall. Have a lovely day in the UK. And you're a sweetheart cooking a neighbour lunch. What a nice person you are, Mandy Hall. You can come back anytime. Your stuff. Well, that's as vague as your first comment. I still don't know what your stuff is, Maddie Beth. What's going on? Oh God, the heating's now getting a bit hot. Hang on. I'm taking the suicidal pom-pom scarf off. It's really bad. I had, like, the room got really cold. So then I put the heating on and then the fan was too high. So I put it down to low. And then I was getting cold again and I went over and it had switched to auto cool. And then I put it back on. It's only on 21 on low, but now I'm like, I might be having a flush or it could be the cold because I've been hot and cold this evening. I did make it rain on Mummy Rambling's channel. She never thanked me. That was hilarious. We were trying to be... Mummy Ramblings went live and didn't know. Well, she thought she'd ended a live and it kept going. Oh, the internet dropped out or something. Anyway, she ended up being live but she had 200 people watching a blank screen for ages. So just, you know, to participate, have a bit of fun in there. I started making it rain and I don't know, they're very serious in there. But then there was one night I was in there and someone had sent her an email of a pineapple that they'd grown, and the pineapple was spectacular. Oh, it was a cake that they'd made from this pineapple that they'd grown, and it was a very fine looking pineapple pre-murder and pre-being baked in an oven. But then she was getting people to email in their pineapples that they were growing, and this chick emailed her pineapple in, and it was the saddest looking thing ever. And Mommy was trying her hardest not to lose it, but she kind of was. And it was actually really funny. And people with senses of humour in there were really enjoying it, and so was she. And she was giggling at the chat and everything. And I realised if she's having a good time and a giggle, then go for it. But the mods in there aren't really fans of people going in there and, you know, cracking jokes. And I wouldn't take the piss out of Carolyn. Respect, the woman's had a very successful blogging career for over a decade, you know. But, yeah, you can't kind of muck around. And I mucked around once and then I got accused of trolling. And it's like, do you even know what trolling is? Like, I just cracked a joke once. Back the fuck off. So, yeah, it's kind of a pop in, and if there's good times to be had, get amongst it. But if not, don't be the court jester. It doesn't go down very well, I've discovered. But the pineapple episode was a ripper, an absolute fucking ripper. People started sending in photos, and Mommy Ramblings thought one of them was like a garden gnome was a clown. There were these two suspended clowns, and she thought they were hanging by ropes around their neck. I didn't actually realise the statement that she'd made. Oh my, how we laughed. That was a hilarious moment. I'm going to start streaming up. How did you do that? Do what, Space Monster? You called in. Maddie Beth, you called into Mommy Ramblings? Really? When? Oh, shit. This table's wobbly, I'm sorry. I'm taking my socks off. I've got my Gay Pride socks on the lovely Doris knitted. Look at these gorgeous socks. They're so beautiful. These beautiful woolen socks. They're just the best, but I'm getting so hot. I'm doing a strip here. I haven't got much left to take off. I've got a jumper, singlet. I will not sit here in a white singlet. Good heavens, I wouldn't do that to you. And I've got yoga pants on and a cheeky G-string, and that's it. So the socks are off. Oh, steaming up. Yes, Space Monster. That middle-aged, pleasant time of life. I get so hot at night sometimes that I can't believe how hot I am. No, I get so hot that in the middle of winter in Tassie, I actually have gone out onto my deck stark naked and stood out there for sometimes up to an hour just to make the burning go away. Like, I don't sweat or anything. I just wake up and I am like this furnace. You could probably cook eggs on me. Like, I'm just boiling hot. And so in Tasmania, in the middle of winter, I go out onto my deck, stark naked. Don't worry, the neighbours can't see. We've all got 3/4 of an acre, and the neighbours are like, well, I've got one neighbour to one side, one down in the valley and one up on the hill. But I just stand out there. Occasionally there's a possum just looking at me going, fucking hell, put some clothes on. And I stand out there, might make a little cup of tea just to cool the fuck down. It's ridiculous. I just want to go and lie on an ice sheet somewhere. I just want to freeze my tits. I just want to lie on a glacier. Doesn't happen a lot, but when it does, it's like, and it's the only thing that's sort of fixed it for me, like really ice cold water if I don't take a cuppa out there. Because I'm burning all, like, inside and out. It's Minolaki. And now I wonder why I get fucking colds. Maybe because you're standing naked on your deck in Tasmania. You're practically in Antarctica, you fuckwit. Anywho, this cold symptomology didn't embark on its journey until I arrived in Adelaide, and I haven't stood naked out on my deck for a while. But I am eyeing off my little veranda decky thing I've got in here. I wouldn't take you out there, Mel, you'll freak out, but I'm only on the 7th floor this time. She's an amazing woman, Maddie Beth. I just think my expertise in law enforcement, prison life, and usual inappropriate jokes wasn't quite the appropriate. Yeah, I think you're right. I think I could have told you that you weren't appropriate for that channel before you called in. I'm bummed I missed it. Can you find the link to it and chuck it in the chat so I can go back and listen to it? Maybe that's what we need to do, is start calling in to a few things and sharing. We need to do lives or videos talking about. So I listen to a shitload of podcasts, and one of the reasons I listen to a shitload of podcasts is because every podcast I listens to. Tell me to go to bed whenever you think I am getting the point that I really should have been in bed an hour ago. One of the things I love about podcasts is that nearly all of them at the end recommend other podcasts. And I think we should be doing the same thing on YouTube. I did it once or twice. I've mentioned some random channels, and there was a channel where some baby goats were about to be born. And Old Ma Phrase and E-Beth came along, or is it Beth M? I always can't remember. It's one of the Beths. But they came and we saw baby goats being born. And I think we should all start recommending channels that we're into outside of the channels that we're all sort of connected to, where we all kind of met. And don't get me wrong, there's still some channels that in that list that I'll go and watch. But yeah, I think we need to start saying, oh my God, you got to check this one out. And I have done it a few times. I don't know if people do it, but I just think, that's a really cool thing to be doing, because it means we can also start exploring and find other channels that go live and let you call in and start mucking around and broadening our horizons a bit. Because I was on D Live and I had a heap of Lino. So I went into D Live and there were a couple of stoners that were live with a big fucking glass bong, just bonging on again. And I thought, I might just chuck them my Lino, but they were actually really bad. And I know I've been buffering, but their channel kept freezing. And I was like, you're not getting my lemons and my ice creams. So I kept looking around, and then I found this channel on D Live, and this chick was just streaming the coolest music. And so I just made it rain. Gave her all my ice creams and my lemons. That was a nice moment in time. But yeah, we should start flogging. I know that everyone... Oh, and by the way, too, I don't have any mods. Anyone in my chat, see if they've got a channel, and if they do, just click on go to channel, open in a new window. I mean, you can leave me and come back. I don't care. And sub the fuck. I know that... Hi, Black Rose. Black Rose snuck in. At 4:43 a.m. you're going to bed. I'm scrolling back up, but wow, Black Rose, that's good night. Sweet dreams. Thank you for popping in. In Norway, you used to go outside in your shorts in the middle of winter because your menopause is playing havoc with your sad body. My sad body is turning into a barrel at the moment. It's really bad. I got on the treadmill this morning and just went you've got to do an hour and a half, just work it. Holy shit. I'm down to eating, everything vegetables, but mainly raw. Because I usually lose a lot of weight if I do that. Just try not to, sort of cook everything, try and eat a lot of raw stuff. But holy shit, it's like I wake up every day and I'm just, this food baby has now gone from being twins to quintuplets. How delightful. How delightful. It's really bad. I've got, some nice pieces of clothing in my wardrobe at the moment, but honestly, I wish I could go to work in my pajamas. Because they're the only thing. Not only are they comfortable, but I've actually got really flattering PJs. I've got skinny leg cat in the hat stripy ones, and whack on a pair of boots and a nice little jumper and off to work we go. But no. Oh no, you've got to put on corporate. I've got to wear corporate clothing. It's uncomfortable and it's cold. There's not a lot of corporate wear that's warm. Have you noticed that, motherfuckers? I have. Seriously, Maddie Beth, if you can find the link to that, I would love to hear you calling into mommy. But you know, I mean, some of the call-ins, Gray Hughes does a lot of call-ins, and I'm always keen to hear people's stories, but I think there should be rules, you know, like you can't tell your story for more than 5 minutes, and if you say like every third word, I'm cutting you off. Look, I like listening to people when they call in, but some people just don't know when to shut the fuck up. And that was the good thing about radio. We could pre-record interviews and edit them and make them sound all schmicko. But on the YouTubes, you're getting the raw stuff. But yeah, some people just don't quite know when they really should be shutting the fuck up and moving on. But Maddie Beth, I'd love to hear it. You have to air the girls out. What if there's a giant picture? Do it anyway. As long as you don't get arrested for indecent exposure. The trail cam. Are you talking? I'm so behind in chat now. The Live Space channel. I've been to that one. I've been to that one this week. The Live Space channel. About Chris Watts being in prison. Don't listen to her, Maddie. She just wants you off my channel. Mommy Ramblings wants Maddie Beth off your channel. Hi, Kerry. Get a fan installed in your bedroom above your bed. It's best. I've got one of those Dyson fans, you know, that you can put your hand through and there's no blades. I've got one of those, and that does actually help a little bit. But weirdly, my sister bought me a little $5 desktop Kmart fan, and that little bitch is hardcore, and I've actually got that one at the office. Like, it's great. The Dyson cost a friggin' fortune, and the little $5 Kmart jobby runs like a little bitch. I mean, you know, my hair's just like, woo, blowing behind me. I'm definitely perimenopausal. I got to, probably a bit too much information. Are there any dudes listening? Probably not. I got to 315 days, if you know what I'm saying. I was almost 12 months, almost fully in menopause, and then, g'day, have you missed me? The little fucker came back. And I was so pissed off because my sister, who's 16 months older than me, is like A grades, you know, student, really good athlete, like good at everything she did except for drama and music. And I was like sending her text messages going, 287 days. The race to being in menopause was on. Fuck, I was getting smug. Victory was in my sights, and I'm not that competitive, but on this occasion, I'm never going to beat Ange at anything else, but to get to menopause first, how big is that? So I was pretty fucking stoked, and then day 315, how's your father? Fuck me dead. Back to square one. I can't look at my app at the moment, but it's probably been, touch wood, be pushing 2 months again, but this is like the 4th time this has happened. The first time I went for 7 months. I was like, this is cool. G'day. It was back. Then I had about 5 months. Back. Then I had 315 motherfucking days, and not funny nature. Not funny at all. You do that, yeah. Oh, Black Rose is off to bed and she's like, hit the like button, pound that subscribe, hit the bell thing. That's one thing I have been watching Maddie Beth Mel videos on growing our channels, and I have been given advice in the past. I just haven't pulled my finger out and done anything about it, but yeah, we've got some work to do, lovey. Got to stop going live and actually zhuzh the fuck out of the stuff we've already got on there. Start tagging the crap out of it. Bit of, you know, wordage on top of our videos, all that sort of stuff. Because if you've done a live on, say on Sparkly Nail Polish, when you've been doing your nails, if you tag that nails, nail polish, painted nails, I'm a hooker, whatever you want, and people go into YouTube now and they're searching for nail polish, glittery nail polish, they're going to find you. We've got to focus. We've got to get to 1,000 so we can do this collab with Robbie. For those of you who don't know, Mel and I have been talking about a collab when we both get to 1,000, and then Robbie the other night was like, let's do this. So there's going to be a collab with him as well. But Mel, you know, Robbie's so pure. It's like, he's, you know, God's in his life. And I'm just like, I've got to be really careful, swear a lot. Bless you. I think it'll be hilarious. I just don't know if he realises what he's taking on. The pair of us. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to that. I reckon it could be a shocker. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see. You've called it to grace as well, Maddie Beth. Oh, sweet dreams, beautiful Black Rose. I love my Peter Alexanders too. I do, but my Cat in the Hat ones, when I call them Cat in the Hat, they're actually just stripy, but for some reason they remind me of the Cat in the Hat, but they were from Kmart, but their skinny legs are gorgeous. I love them. They're snug as a bug, whereas the ones I brought with me on this trip are, you know, pretty pants. What do you call, like, Thai fishing pants? They've got the dropped crotchy bit, and I love them in summer with a little singlet, but they're not a great winter PJ. I mean, the fabric's wintry, but I don't know. I like my little stripy jobbies. They're like long johns. I will never leave Mel, ever, 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 unless you stop being cool. Mel's cool. When did Mel become cool? No, she's funny as fuck. They're not a Kirby vacuum cleaner. Those, oh my God, I had a Kirby salesman in my house when I was still at university, and he's going, you should buy this. And I'm going, $3.5 grand? How about you get the fuck out of my house? Well, not before I show you how it walks up and down the hallway on its own. Jesus Christ, that dude was in my house forever. Wait till you have that last mother of a waterfall. Oh, Space Monster, that's... I think that might have been what happened at day 315. Without going into too much information. Already we've gone into too much information. I fucking hope that was, because if it's worse than that, I'm not interested. Almost an American year. Oh, thank you, Kerry. Yeah, the weight though, like, I can go to bed in something loose, and I mean, I don't generally, I sleep naked, but if I have got something on because I get up and I'm cold and I put it on and it's a loose item, and in the morning it's like this skin tight thing, I'm like, what the fuck? What happened? What happened? Yeah, hashtag makeup, gamers. I don't do either. I mean, I like playing backgammon sometimes online, but I think filming me playing backgammon, Jesus Christ, that would be a bit boring. All the gamers would be like, are you shitting us? I'd be like, yeah, pretty much. Okay, a hooker one. Yeah, that's a good hashtag. I'd be doing that one too. Oh, good work, Space Monster, subbing to the lovely Mel. You taught Robbie about yoni balls, as in, you know, for your little kegels, for your keeping your snatch tight. It's a good thing for him to know. Yes, a collab, Matty Beth. And yes, Space Monster, I do mean Save Robbie. So yeah, the three of us, Save Robbie's looking into the technological stuff. because Mel and I are clueless. I mean, I could actually work it out if I've got time to sit down and work it out, but it's just, my life's just cray-cray. I've got, as soon as I go back to Tassie, it's the middle weekend of Dark Mofo, so Party Central. Then I've got another boss flying to Tassie on Monday. And then I've got the last weekend of Dark Mofo, and that's June taken care of. And then we'll be in friggin' July. It's crazy. But yeah, Mel and I have asked Robbie to do all of the organising of it. A D90, hello. You're busy now. It shrunk during my sweaty night in. I'm going to scroll down. Yeah, the Fortnite peeps and the Grand Theft Auto, yeah, and Minecraft. One of the exhibitions at Mona, which is the Museum of Old and New Art in Tassie, and we've got this festival on that's generated by the Mona people. They've got a new exhibition and it's based on Minecraft, and you go around and you've got to scan stuff to get the next clue. Fucking fantastic. But they give you these little iPod things, and it was the first day last weekend when we were out there, the Saturday this exhibition opened, and they hadn't tested the little iPod-y things, but they were getting down to like 20% battery within 3 minutes of walking into the exhibition. So they've got a little bit of tweaking to do, but I've got to say, I was getting into it, because you're kind of like in a Minecraft game. You're sort of in it, moving around and getting clues and scanning things and then matching things. It was fun, but all of our iPods went flat, so we didn't get to complete it. But it was kind of cool, I have to say. Cash, hello. Yeah, Dark Mofo, I know. Very excitement. We've got this weekend, we've got the first night mass that we're going to, which is a bit like a ravey dance party, but it's going on in quite a lot of different buildings, and you've got to walk down little alleyways, and there's fire pots and little pop-up bars, and oh my god. And then Winter Feast starts this weekend as well, and I can't wait to take you guys to that. You're going to lose your shit. It's one of the most visually spectacular events in Hobart. The whole event, I mean, there's lasers, there's going to be all kinds of stuff that I'll be showing you, but the Winter Feast, oh my god, it's in this beautiful big pier, and it's like a scene out of Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet, with inverted crucifixes and huge candelabra, and there's tables and chairs that go for miles, and they've got all of these incredible food stalls and fire pots everywhere outside and bars. It's just so beautiful. I can't wait to take you to that. It's going to be heaps of fun. We're going live, motherfuckers. I mean, I'm going to go there for dinner a few times, but I want to actually just take you live and go for a wander and chat to people. It'll blow your minds. Until I get a copyright strike because I walk past someone and there's music playing. I think I missed someone coming in. Hi to anyone who came in that I missed. I've got a feeling there was a conversation. Space Monster, do look me up. My email address is in my about section, so shoot me an email whenever you want, and I will we'll hook up. I mean, there's some people that live in Adelaide that come into my lives a bit, and I'm really hoping I get to meet them, but they're not in here tonight. Matty Beth, even the other day I was walking on my beach. I went live and I was walking on the beach, and one of my mates who's hot walked past, and I said g'day to him, and he was with his new girlfriend. But, you know, that's Stu. He's a bit of a man about town. But even, yeah, one of my best looking mates walked past me on the beach the other day. Where the fuck were you? I'll find you some hot Aussie men. It was hot Aussie guys. It was interesting. The last weekend there were two girls that came down, one from Sydney and one from Brisbane, and both of them were just like, their eyes were out on sticks the whole time. They're like, these Tassie boys are pretty fucking cute. And they were like flirting their pantinas off the entire weekend. Much flirting was going on. And I mean, there were a few people that had come over last weekend for Dark Mofo, but this weekend and the next one are the big ones. So the majority of the people they were chatting to were locals, and they were both like, we might need to relocate to Tassie. But yeah, they were, oh, don't worry, Maddie Beth, I'm going to do on the spot interviews. It's really cool. Winterfest is really, really cool. And I know it's going to look visually amazing, so I can't wait to show it to you. You'll all be like, wow, let's move to Tasmania tomorrow. Yeah, the copyright music thing is stupid, but I've got to say, at least with Winterfest, it'll be live, so I'll be okay. It's only when you go past a DJ that's playing recorded stuff that you get into shit. Well, when I got into shit, I still haven't sorted that video out. I need to. Because there was a stinking hot barman, although actually you'll never get to see him, Maddie Beth, because if I sort that out, YouTube are going to actually edit out the breaches. But if it's live music, the worst thing that happens is the people that own the license to the music contact you and say, we actually have the license to that song, but because it's a live performance, we're just going to smack an ad, or we may smack an ad at the start and the end of your video because you've recorded something we own the license to, but you don't actually get a strike for it. Will I be on a big swing like Nicole? No, that's Moulin Rouge. It's more like Romeo and Juliet. Although I have been to a few events that have been quite Moulin Rouge-y. Yeah, there's a bit of Moulin Rouge-y vibe about it, but no, I won't be on a swing like Nicole Satine on her swing, no. But I'm really looking forward to just going around and chatting to people, and everyone will be in a festive kind of mood. And yeah, you'll just get to see, because I just, like, it's red. Indoors is red. I don't know, some of you might be friends of mine on the Facebooks, or on the Instagram, or on the Twitter. All of those links are on my channel as well. But there's photos of us having drinks in a couple of bars last weekend, and yeah, all the lights are red, so you'll see lots of photos and footage of us all in red light. But this whole warehouse on this pier is just red. Oh, it's just gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Cash, you're in Sydney. Cool. You fly with Virgin. Excellent, Space Monster. Any reason you just mentioned that out of the blue? Do you want me just to wait at Hobart Airport and just watch every Virgin flight land in case you're on it? That's random. I mean, I was talking about Virgin at the start of my live. Hopefully you're not back at the beginning again. You're at least a 4.67, Maddie Beth. Mel's a Virgin too. Maddie Beth, how do you fly if you're not virgins? That's when you get onto Shitstar, or Death Star, as it's called by some people. I call it Shitstar. There's a reason that I only got 1 star. It's shit. I fly Qantas because it's part of our salary package. We get double frequent flyer points. The company gets points for our travel as well. So, yep. I never flew Qantas before. I couldn't afford it. But I don't pay for my work trips, so, you know. Mind you, I usually I usually go on the cheapest fares, and you can fly quite cheaply on the Qantas these days. Once you add on all the stuff that you pay for Jetstar or Virgin or Le Tigre, it kind of ends up being the same. It's getting awfully hot in here, guys. I don't know if this is my cold, a flush, or the heating's just hot. But I do feel like peeling off my clothing. I bought this jumper, and it's so soft and snuggly, but it's also hot. It's too hot for the menopausal ladies. Put it on unlisted and send Maddie the link. No idea what that means. I don't even know what we're talking about now. I can't keep up, but that's good. Cash. I'll see if I can find this link. You have to read this, it'll crack you up. This is an article from the Australian, the Sydney Morning Herald a couple of years ago, and it says, okay, Sydney people, imagine this large unused industrial area, crumbly old asphalt, big muddy puddles everywhere, old warehouses, metal steps and scaffolding installed for access. Think Cockatoo Island, White Bay Power Station. Now it's dark, and dark like winter dark. No street light, no banks of lighting towers. Actual nighttime. And then it goes on and on and on. But it basically compares Vivid to Dark Mofo. And it's like access is free. There's no age limit. There's a big bar. There are food trucks. Oh, there's fires everywhere. Solid iron pots, braziers full of hot coals and burning logs. Just the thing for a night when it's 5 degrees. And then it talks about how there's no safety rails around the fire pots and all kinds of... Anyway, I'm going to put the link. You can read it if you want. But it's quite funny. It's quite funny. Yeah, Jetstar, they're shit. Cash, they are... I mean, some beautiful friends of mine missed a funeral 2 years ago, last year. Fuck, so many of our friends have died. But they missed a funeral because of Shitstar. And they had deliberately booked the day before to make sure they were there, and still didn't happen. But that link there, you might enjoy that article, Cash. It's quite funny. King crabs. Your cabin crew with Virgin, Space Monster. I've got a really good girlfriend who was cabin crew with Virgin for a long time, and she might still be. Mel's being mean. What are you doing, Mel? Mel, what are all the thumbs up for? Put the hot bar guy video on unlisted and give Matty the link. I can't put it on listed because it's in the YouTube vault. They've basically said, because I got 2 copyright strikes on that video, they said that you can ask for them to edit, or they'll let you edit, but essentially you have to take out the 2 strikes. So there's no way I can do it. Like, the only option I got was, hi YouTube, that'd be great if you take those bits out, because YouTube, I think it said, I haven't read that email for months, but because it was when Adelaide Fringe was on back in February. But it said something along the lines of either we'll show you we'll give you the editing tools, or we do it for you. But there was something along, I think I had to do it, which is why I haven't done it. If YouTube had done it, I probably would have said, go for it, motherfuckers. But I think I have to do it. And the bit with the hot bar guy is the bit that's going to come out, because that was where I got the strikes, because I was standing right next to that espresso martini bar was right next to the stage with the DJ with the really bad taste who was playing shit music, and I got strikes for shit songs. Draw breath, Tori. Do you ever watch YouTube channels and you're looking at someone talking, you're like, do you ever fucking shut up or draw breath? Those are not thumbs up. I don't know what's going on. Were you giving the bird? I can't keep up. I should just sit here and read your chat. I keep thinking of weird stories. Good night, Kerry. Yeah, I think I'm getting a cold too, so I hope you feel better really soon. It's the bird. I can't tell. I can't read emojis. What was that noise? Duck Wandy. Space, how long you been with the airline? Yeah, you might know my friend. You may know my friend. She was with Qantas and then she moved to Virgin and I think she still flies. And she ended up marrying a Virgin pilot. That old cliche. Oh, you started in March, Space Monster. Andrew asked me once if you ever took a breath. Yeah, he probably says the same about you. I get a bit nervous because I'm not comfortable. We've talked about this so many times, or I have, that I almost feel like it's broken record recordings. But, I used to have a co-host when I did radio. When I do comedy, I get reactions from the audience. I find this whole just me on a monologue thing a bit awkward. I'll get used to it after a while. That's why I want to start doing live collabs with you and Robbie and people calling in and stuff like that, because I think that's where that's my comfort zone. I really love bouncing off other people and I love being in chats, in lives. I love fucking around in chat. But when you go live, you miss a lot of what's said in chat, especially when you've got chatty people in chat. And then I'm trying to catch up and then I've missed the joke. It's just weird. So I think it's a nervous thing. And no, I don't ever draw breath, Andrew. Go fuck yourself. I talk in my sleep too, Andrew, so go fuck yourself. Maddie Beth may pee herself. Tanya Mitchell, hello gorgeous, how are you? You take too many breaths. Yeah, you slap her, Spacey. You slap her hard. She deserves it. Don't forget, everyone in here, if there are people that have channels, sub them, like them, thumbs up them, all that stuff. Hit the bell, all that sort of stuff. How did you find me, Space? Oh, see, here's a channel I love watching every now and then, but I don't even usually get through a song. It's Min Piano, M-I-N-H, Min Piano. And she's got a cat. I think Min might be a dude. There's a cat that lies on the mechanisms inside the piano. So when the piano's being played, the cat gets a massage. It's fucking hilarious. Or sometimes the cat sings along. It's really cool. Actually, let's bring Min up. Weird channel, but sometimes I put Min on and I'll just be cooking dinner or something and pissing myself laughing. Min's a dude. I was right. I was wrong, but then I corrected it, so I'm right. Oh, hang on. No, that's not Min. That's another Min. Is it Min Piano? I think it is. Min Piano. Min Piano. It is a dude. Hang on. I'll just go over here. I'll turn that off. I'll go here. I'll play this. Bit of Bohemian Rhapsody. It's called, the cat. The cat's trashing a pop plant in the background. Oh, there's two. Oh my God, there's one up on the whiteboard now. It's chaos. Seriously, you sub to this dude. He's hilarious. Well, the cats are, actually. Someone's giving him a thumbs down. Anyway, that's my recommendation. I'm going to put the link in my chat right now. Min Piano. Fucking great. Oh, you're all chatting. See, this is it. I thought I'd share something wonderful and... What are you all moles all talking about? Now I'm back up at the slapping thing. Tanya Mitchell, you are not shy. Where's Andrew? Is he hot? Maddie Beth, you're ridiculous. You'd have to fight Mel for Andrew, although actually Mel will probably just hand him over to you on a silver platter. Oh, so Spaceman, so you go back to that analyzer one. Fuck, that was one of my first ever lives. You're old school. You're old school. Mem has been watching a lot of Wandy Wobbits. She has a crush. I'm so clever playing the piano. I am, aren't I? Just sat here and... But she can have him. I'll even get him manscaped. Play again. Oh no, this isn't me. This is Oh My Meow. This is Min Piano. 126,000 subscribers. But he's this dude that just plays the piano, but he's just got these cats. Well, I didn't realise, see, I haven't watched him that much, but in this one there's two, and one of them, he's just playing Bohemian Rhapsody, but in the background one of the cats has just gone, it's only like a 5-minute video, not even that, 58-second video. Bohemian Rhapsody poker style, as in the polka, not let's play poker. Yeah, but that's just a video of his cats. One of them in the middle of that was just jumping up into a pot plant and trashing it, and the next minute this kitten's just launched itself into the air and is on top of a whiteboard. But I don't know, just shit like that, I just watch it because I haven't actually ever seen him go live. But I don't know, I just think there's some funny shit happening out there. But I do have a keyboard. I will treat you to some magic tunes when I get home. I'll probably get a fucking copyright strike. Or I'll get David, because I play a fair bit of David Gray. And I play a bit of Coldplay because I only use 4 notes, or 3 actually. But I'll probably get a licensing. They'll be like, well, it is a live performance, so we can't give you a copyright strike, but we own the license to the song. We're going to put ads at the start and the end, and I'll be like, go for it. I'm the worst fucking keyboard player around. Put it out there. I don't care. What is that weird noise? I don't know, Mel. Maybe other people in the complex coming home from dinner and going into their apartments and doors closing, maybe. I mean, I have got the aircon on, but I turned it down to low, so Meow Sage, have you seen this? Oh, I can play the recorder badly too. I'm so bummed because there's a New Zealander comedian who put a video up of himself doing what I used to do on stage with the recorder, and it used to get the biggest laughs, and he beat me to it. It's a problem with comedy, but this is why YouTube, I should just start putting shit on the YouTube so I've got a timestamp and I can say, well, I did that on YouTube on such and such a date. Because yeah, I mean, there's no such thing as an original thought, but it's the easiest thing to play on the recorder, and yeah, he got there first. Open link in a new window. What are we doing? Baby has a full damn conversation with his daddy. All right, I'll watch that later. I shall watch that later. Shitty flute. Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Ken Toomey plays recorder with his nose. Oh yeah, there's some talented people out there. He plays with both, doesn't he, as well? I hope I don't get into trouble for this, but this is what I used to do on stage. But Matt put it out there first. This is one of the most beautiful things you'll ever hear in your life. I can't play the whole thing, or maybe I can actually, fuck it. I didn't have backing music or backing vocals. I'll put the link to Matt Mulholland too. It's a Kiwi comedian. It's a ripper. But yeah, I used to do this very thing on stage. Didn't get it out there quickly enough. You've got to watch Matt Mulholland too, because his video for this is hilarious. Fucking hilarious. For some reason there's a man just draped on a cannon for no reason. What are all the bikinis for? No, this isn't me. This is Matt Mulholland, but I used to do this on stage. I'd bring the recorder out. I just did this 3-minute set and just held up the recorder and people were like, fuck no, it was great fun. But it's really easy to play My Heart Will Go On the recorder. It's easy as. It's hilarious. That boat is going down. I'm just leaving it on till the key change and the high notes because it's just the best. Mel wants to shoot herself in the head. Don't do it, Mel. We could play this to save Robbie. Like you and me could actually literally play it. He'd love it. Listen, it's 2 people on the recorders from Australia playing this, and Robbie would be all, this is so lovely, thank you girls. No, I'm just leaving it for this bit. This is the best bit coming up right now. It's my favourite. Building up. I hope I get a copyright strike for this. I'd love to be kicked off YouTube for... Yeah. Alright, I'll put you out of your misery because it takes a while to end. But one of my faves. One of my absolute faves. But yeah, used to do that myself. But he's got the production. He does some great shit. Silent Night on the recorder is another memorable one if you're in the mood ever. So yeah, what else? What else is news? Imagine if you got a strike for playing. Oh, we have to, Mel, seriously. I think I've pulled my house apart and I can't find recorders. I've got a horrible feeling I donated them to charity when I moved to Vietnam, so I shall go and purchase one. And yeah, we have to, before we start, Robbie, we've just got a little song we prepared earlier. But yeah, I know, imagine getting a copyright strike for that. That would be fucking gold. Look at Pete. Who's the best? Told you. you've got to play it when you're in the car with friends. Play it because it's so funny watching your friends pissing themselves laughing and trying really hard not to run off the road and into a tree. Like, it is actually really funny. I've played it to two of my friends when they've been driving. Actually, it's probably not great. One of them actually pulled over because she couldn't see. She was laughing so much the tears fogged up in her eyeballs. And if you've got kids, oh my God, they love it. They love it so much. It's a great way to entertain kids when they're being ratty in the car. You'll send me a recorder when you do the box. That'd be fucking hilarious. I don't imagine that. Just seeing Robbie's face. They'd have to pretend to be enjoying it. Because he's such a sweetheart. He'd just be like, oh, girls, that's really lovely. Oh, dearie me. Right. Everyone needs a shower and peed themselves. Oh, these little lives, aren't they lovely? I love it. It's so much fun. Because the reality is, if you guys were all in my house right now, this is the sort of shit I'd make you listen to. This is the kind of shit I do to my friends all the time. Oh my God, on the flight yesterday, there's a movie called Catwalk, and it's about professional cat showing people. And I couldn't be bothered. I had my Bluetooth headphones on and I'd been listening to music, so I kept listening to music, but I put the 10 o'clock. Oh, might have to think about going to bed in a minute. See if I can knock this cold on its head. So I wasn't listening to the audio, I was just watching it. But a friend of mine, the two of us always send each other cat gifts because they crack us up. And I was determined to get, a photo of a cat because we actually had Wi-Fi on that flight. Anywho, I managed to capture a cat because most of it was the cat owners as scary people. But I do actually want to watch it with the audio just to hear all these crazy cat ladies and men talking about their prize kitties. Has anyone seen Catwalk? That was a weird noise. I don't know what that noise was. Yeah, I don't know why, Melma, but sometimes I've got no ability to keep a straight face, and other times I nail it. And I think when I used to do My Heart Will Go On stage, I used to also play keyboard, and I do the Crows theme song, but like tango style or punk, or I used to say, I'd take requests, I'd go, what sort of genre are you guys in the mood for? And they'd yell out punk. And then the only tune I would ever play was the Crows theme song, We're the Pride of South Australia. And I did this when I was in Adelaide, it made sense to do it. And then I go, oh, I'm sick of that song, pick another genre, and they'd say pop, and then I'd do the Crows thing again. But yeah, I think part of the humour is keeping a dead straight face when you do it. So imagine if our cameras are on, I don't know, we might have to rehearse this one. We might have to actually play it looking at each other and learn how to not lose it. I don't think we'll be able to do it. I think if I see you, this is so cool. I hope Robbie doesn't listen to this or watch this back. It's going to be a lovely surprise for him. Oh, Space Monster, another one. Who timed you out, Tanny? Robbie? Cool. I deliberately timed out Maddie Beth because Maddie Beth, in one of Robbie's lives, because Maddie Beth was going to Melma, you can't time me out. And I'm like, I can. Boom. The comedic timing. I felt bad though because Robbie wasn't aware of what had been going on in chat. That's the thing, when you go live, you've got all these great people in your chat and you miss half the cool shit that happens. But he didn't realise that it was a joke. And he's going, shit, what happened? Why is Maddie Beth being timed out? And Mel and I are like, oh, we're just abusing our power and our privileges right now. But it was just the timing. It was the way Maddie Beth was saying to Mel, you can't time me out. And I'm like, I can. Boom. Oh my, how we laughed. No, I'm not going to ever do the Eagles. Tanny, don't be stupid. You do it. That's not the noise. Well, what is the noise, Mel Mel? Can you describe it? A bit of thigh slapping. Nice. All right, there's another link. Open link in new window. The funniest interview you will ever see. Cool. Oh, I've seen this. This is the funniest interview. I've seen this. This is the dude that had the surgery and balls up and did they actually remove his balls? But he ends up speaking like this. No, I've seen it. I love it. I'll watch it again before I go to bed. It is a ripper. Absolute fucking ripper. I'm very familiar with that work, Space Monkey. I've watched that video many times. Maddie Beth, you've got a prize kitty. Yeah, I've got a prize pussy too. Yeah, I love it when people lose, when they break character. Mel Mel and I we're not even going to get to the end of it. There's no way. Oh, why not, Mel Mel? That's even better. Well, I don't know. I kind of like the idea of us doing a My Heart Will Go On duet completely out of time, out of sync, out of note, like different keys. It'd be brilliant. But yeah, some thigh slapping would be lovely. Maddie Beth's used to being timed out. We were pissing ourselves. I thought it was the funniest thing, and I know I could have untimed you out, but I couldn't stop laughing to do it. We can't see the links because no one is unhiding them. Oh, you mean the links that Space Monster's putting in? Can I do that? I don't get the... No. I don't get the unhide thing. There's no mods in here. I don't have mods. I will. That's really weird. I don't know why I can't unhide. I thought I had the setting was that anyone can post links. What if it's a Streamlabs thing? Do you see the links that I post? You can hold a straight face. Yeah, sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. But I meant if you and I FaceTimed each other and we both had a recorder and we're playing to each other, let's have a recorder off and see who loses it first. It'll be me, I reckon. But I will do my very best to make you laugh. But I reckon I'll be the one that loses it. Just notice the shadow. The shadow on my chest looks like I've either got really intense fake tan or I've got a hairy chest. That's really bad. Just notice I've got this. I should put the scarf back on. It looks like I've got one of those awful 70s porn star where the men shaved across there in a straight line. Yeah, there's a setting on the YouTube that lets your people in your lives post links, and I'm pretty sure because I'm up for that. I want everyone to be able to do that because I don't have mods. Well, I do. AJ was in earlier. Robbie's a mod. Josh is a mod. My friend Laura, she has no idea what to do, and rightly so. My friend Stephanie Brown, the one in South Korea, not the one in America. Although the Stephanie Brown in South Korea is American, but that causes some confusion. I wonder if she's checked out the other Stephanie Brown. We told her last time she popped in, it's like, oh, you share the name with a very controversial YouTuber in the drama world. I can't believe, can you believe they're still crapping on about this? Like, seriously, I think on the anniversary, it sounds awful, but the anniversary of the Watts family murders, I think a moratorium should be called, and that's it. Make up some new stuff, find some new content, just done, over, move on. It was fun for a while, but now it's just boring as fuck. And there's so many cool things going on. Like just watching YouTube videos on how to do YouTube, I'm finding really interesting. What am I going? Where am I doing? I'm going to Video manager, maybe. Maybe not. No. Channel, maybe. You have no copyright strikes, no community guideline strikes. Oh, I'm eligible for a custom URL. Claim it here. Enable. I'll have to read that in the morning. Move channel to brand account. Oh, that all sounds a bit too deep for me. Anyway, I thought I had a click that you could do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the funniest interview ever link that Spacey posted just before and post that in mine. There's one, if you haven't seen that, that's gold. I started talking about what it's about, but you need to watch it for yourself. And now I've got Jon Stewart live. What was it originally? Baby has a full damn conversation with his daddy. I'll share that one too. I'm not really, I may watch it, I may not. I generally, kid videos, baby sort of videos, not really my shtick. But anyway, there's the other link for you. Who's hot? What? Huh? Me? Good night, Space Monster. You might have already left. Thank you for being part of the funny chat. An undercover mod. Night, Space. You're saving PayPal donations to get a laptop. That's awesome, Mel. Good girl. Adrian. Is he hot? Adrian. The only Adrian I know is Molly Golightly's husband. Who's Adrian? What have I missed? Adrian. I don't know. Josh B is a useless mod. Yeah, he was the, I made him a mod on my very first ever live. Is she hot? I don't know who you're talking about. Yeah, Maddie, totes hot. Been a while, I use another name. Yeah, you're very familiar, Space, like just the way you've been chatting and stuff. It's cool. You can have another name. Some channels still cover the drama. Yeah, they do. Yeah, I don't know what it is, Mel. I'll have a look. Either you've died, Tanny, or the temperature's dropped severely. Go with the temperature. Oh, the baby one. All right, I will. And thank you, gorgeous. Chat soon, hopefully. The funniest arrest I've ever seen. My mod. I still don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about Adriana, female, vagina. You're talking about Adri. She is hot. She's South American. She's very sexy. She lives in Germany. But Adri, yeah, she's a chick. Robbie and Josh are my only dude mods. But they don't really have to do anything. That's why he thinks he's special. Joshy B, we created a monster. He was one of the first people I met on YouTube's last year. Was Joshy B. And then he was in my live when Two Dicks Touching Together came in, and then his name on YouTube for a while was Two Dicks. That was fucking hilarious. when he started going into all of the channels that he had a wrench in, and people were like, why the fuck have I got a moderator called Two Dicks? It was so funny. And I only had 40 subs back then when that was happening, and people like Oni's going, how come I've got a mod called Two Dicks? All these channels that had, they were all monetized and heaps bigger. And I'm like, oh, that started in my little channel with 40 subs. That was one of my proudest YouTube moments ever, I think. That little in-joke that came out of my tiny little channel. I will watch it. The funniest arrest I've ever seen. Shit, I've got a lot of shit to watch before I go to bed. All right. We should do that one night, is have a watch party, and I know the Facebook watch parties, it's really restrictive what you can put, unless they've already got those videos in their watch party list. You can't just put a link in directly. It doesn't work. But that'll be another thing when I get to 1,000 and I can start doing stuff here. I'll work out a way to do a watch party. I suppose we can't. We'll get struck. Oh, look, I don't know. What am I doing? The funniest arrest you've ever seen. All right. That's my rule of 3. I've got 3 videos. Oh no, I've seen one of them before. That's right. I'll watch it again because it's gold. You've ever seen. All right, that's lined up now for later as well. Fuck, there's 2. I'll have to watch them both. My safe word is pineapple juice. Good to know. There's so much shit on YouTube we're not even aware of. We all got stuck in that dive bar. Yeah, when he went into Jay's. Yeah, it was Jay's and Oni's, and I reckon there was a third one, and it was so funny because they were all just going, how the fuck have I got a mod called Two Dicks? Oh, it was gold. So Grooveroonies, Two Dicks was hilarious. Maddie Beth would like to apply to be a dude mod. He begged Mel Mel. Anywho, thanks for keeping me company while I prepare for my man flu downfall. I actually feel alright. I feel quite good. I think I'm going to feel better if I lie down. I'm going to have a hot shower because I'm a bit achy. Pop some more pills of the vitamin variety. Get me into bed. Whose safe word am I blocked? No, it's just a video in the list of the funniest arrests you've ever seen. Oh, and me too, Melmo. I'm in the circle of doom, which is such a tiny circle. But there's still, like I'll go wandering and find something. Like I'll just type in something really random, and then that just opens up another new universe. There's so much stuff out there. It's cool. But we need to find people that go live and live chat people and start phoning in and have some funds. But that little circle, surely that's got to be shrinking. Half of them have gone to D Live, half of them are in Discord, half of them have just shut down their channels again. Oh, fuck, I don't know. It was bizarre. Your safe word is fuck off. That works pretty well. You get the message across pretty, yeah, I think if you say pineapple, people are like, what do you mean pineapple? You then have a conversation, like it's a safe word. Whereas if you just say fuck off. If you got the new flu going around, you will feel like shit tomorrow, sorry. All right, well, that's why I'm going to go to bed. You've just put the fear of God in me, Mel Mel. I hope I haven't got that. You like it, Tanny? Yeah, look, I don't have an issue with it, and I fully understand why some people have gone over there, but I also, my life went into a bit of a vortex with the Christopher Watts thing, and I'm actually enjoying not having, I'm staying on YouTube because it's not crazy busy anymore, and I'm actually getting shit done. And Julie's death in February, like for the last 6 months, or not 6 months, 5 months, I really feel like I've been, you know, just keeping my head above water and sort of surviving without a limb. And I'd already kind of got completely hooked on the whole YouTube-y world late last year. And I just feel like my life for the last 6 months has just been YouTube and sleeping and working and traveling, and that's about it. So for me, I'm really happy for people, and I fully understand why creators are going over to DLive. I just don't need another thing. I'm really liking getting some of my life back a little bit, and I'm really focusing on my health because menopause is really kicking me in the ass at the moment. But also, I look at the things I wrote at the start of the year that I wanted to achieve this year, and I realised that I've done well just to get to this part of the year, but for me, the 1st of July is kind of like the New Year's Day for me. And I've got really big plans. I've got shit I want to do. So for me, I'm staying well away because I struggled even before Chris Watts and the YouTube life. I struggled just keeping up to date on Facebook and emails, personal emails and Instagram and Twitter. All of that stuff was frying me. And then this whole new world emerged. And now there's another new world, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. I've got some really beautiful friends that I've made on YouTube, and I'm happy to watch them and support them. And yeah, there's a few things I've got in the works at the moment that I'll be able to fill you guys in about at some point. But they're things that I wanted to be doing in January, and I haven't even started. And I've been working through it a little bit in my head, and I have got some to-do lists and notes and things. But yeah, I'm actually, to be honest, I'm kind of enjoying that things are a bit quieter, because at one point I just had notifications all the time. So-and-so's live, and then someone else would be live, and then you'd be watching a live, and then they'd say somebody else is live, and then you'd go over there. And don't get me wrong, it's been a buzz. It's been great fun. But I just need to get off that ride and regroup. And I'm really, especially my health, you know, like I'm not someone that is happy to just sit in front of my computer all day. And I fucking was, you know, I couldn't wait for the weekend to just have YouTube on pretty much 24/7 or 24/2. You know, if I wasn't sitting watching it, I'd be listening while I did housework or whatever. But yeah, I'm actually really loving reclaiming a bit of my life. Plus, it's a really busy time of the year socially. I've got a lot of friends in Tassie for Dark Mofo, plus my group of friends in Tassie. It's the highlight of the year for us in terms of, I mean, there's a lot of cool things we do year round, but Dark Mofo is the big one. So, you know, it's been nice to actually have some separation without any anxiety. So yeah, I just don't really have room for DLive. And anyway, I gave all of my Lino to the kid that was playing, I don't know what game he was playing, Grand Theft Auto or something, and the chick that was little DJ that was playing some pretty cool jams. So I'm penniless on DLive anyway. But I'm glad people are enjoying it. It's good. All go there and play and do great things. Yeah, Jules. That sounds grim, Mel. Sore throat, then body aches for 2 days, and congested for another 2 days, then tired for 2 days, and then okay. All right, so body aches will be tomorrow, and then flying home Friday. That's okay. Congested on the weekend, and then tired when my boss is here. Hi, girly gamer. You've arrived just in time for us to say goodnight to you. No, Tanny, I don't think it's complicated, D-Love. In fact, I think it's kind of almost the opposite. The thing I found weird about it when I was watching it was the true crime stuff, and all these fuckers in chat were posting these ballistic emojis and GIFs and sort of, you can disable them, but yeah, no, I found it pretty straightforward, and it's, some people are freaking out because it's unfamiliar, but it'll become familiar very quickly. I just don't have the time for it. Estrogen. Yeah, I will. I've got a really gorgeous doctor who is part of the national. It's a national program where they are basically studying women whose mums died of breast cancer and treating them for perimenopause and menopause. And my mum died of breast cancer, so I've got an amazing doctor, and she at one point had even given me a script for HRT patches, like a very mild one, and I haven't taken them. I'm trying to treat myself as organically as I can with it. But yeah, I'll add that to my list of things to chat to her about. Berg Strong. You downloaded, didn't like D-Live, you're good too. Actually went off Facebook as well. Yeah, it's kind of nice. I mean, I've got a really lovely community on Facebook, so I can't leave the facey, because if I do, I'm letting go of a decade of my life. But if it wasn't for my groups on Facebook, I'd be long gone. Long gone. I hope you know you are one of the only creators that I'd seriously be sad to lose. Oh, Maddie Beth, that's lovely if you're talking about me. You might be talking about Mel Mel, I can't tell. But if he's saying that about me, I'm not going anywhere. I've just got things I want to do. I've got to stop watching, well, I have. I was watching all these creators building their channels and doing what they wanted to do, and the whole time I really should have been doing what I want to do too. So yeah, that's why I'm kind of happy that it's a bit like summer camp or, summer school. It's like I feel like I failed a couple of subjects and everyone's gone on their summer break and I'm still at college studying to get some stuff happening. But yeah, I'm not going anywhere. But I've got a podcast that I'm developing at the moment as well, and that'll somehow be connected to YouTube, but it's requiring a bit of production. There's a few things happening, but this will still be happening too. But if you're chatting about Mel, ignore everything I just said. Congrats on the keys for your new place, Tanny. That's very exciting. You'll have to let us know how that all goes. Mel, D-Live, too much for your brain. Yeah, and we've got things we need to do. You're doing some great stuff with your channel and you've got all these characters and they're all intertwined and, like it's an ongoing sort of story, but people can also discover you now and get into it and go back and look at things and, yeah, I mean, I find D-Live's colours scheme really invasive. I must admit, I'm not a fan of all of the black and yellow stuff, and maybe creators can change that, or maybe that's something I can change. But yeah, it's just another platform where it's taking time away from doing the stuff we want to do. I've got some friends who are a bit sick at the moment, and I've got friends with some sick parents, and kind of want to spend time with them, not on another online platform. Besides, I get a sore ass sitting in a chair all day. Tanny, living on your own for the first time in your life, oh my God, you're not going to know yourself. Lots of nudie runs. The first thing you've got to do is a nudie run. It's the best. It is too much, Be Strong, and absolutely D90, and you can follow Facebook, and I'm not very active on, it looks like I'm active on Facebook because I publish my Instagram onto Facebook and Twitter, and my Twitter used to publish onto Facebook, but yeah, I'm not that active on Facebook, but you'll see lots of photos and shit that comes over from the Insta, but Kim Smith, hello. You finally caught me live and I'm about to say goodnight. See, Mel said go to bed. Oh, Tanny, spiders aren't bad. They're just lost. I pick spiders up and put them out, and I used to be terrified of them. But when you live on your own, it's amazing how resilient you become and how quickly you learn to fix things and do things on your own, because you just can't, you know, you won't fall asleep if you know there's a spider. You just need to get your cup, your glass, and your postcard, and over the spider, boom, like that, carry it out, flick it away from you, done. They're not nasty, they're lost. You nudie, run anyway. Of course you do, you dirty bitch. And on that note, I hope everyone has a lovely morning, day, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I'm starting to be a bit more active on Instagram just because I like the immediacy of it. And yeah, you can just chuck it onto Facebook. So yeah, you kind of have a presence if you want on Facebook. But seriously, if it wasn't for my groups, Facebook, I would have erased it a long time ago. I was doing breakfast radio when you could sign up for Facebook only if you had a college email address, and there were 5,000 people worldwide on there. It's been a long, hard road, my Facebook world. And I actually had 2 Facebook profiles and I deactivated one the other day, so I hadn't used that for such a long time, and people kept trying to contact me on it, and they're like, thanks for never getting back to me. And I was like, well, the last thing I put on my Facebook on that was 3 years ago, and it said please all come over to this profile. So if you kept sending me messages from 3 years ago when I posted that, you're a dickhead. Frogs are good. Why are we now talking about frogs? Oh, the baby spawns of Satan. Just moving around the corner. I moved, when I lived in Adelaide years ago, I moved from number 28 Charlotte Place to number 30. And I thought moving next door was going to be the easiest move ever. And it was actually the worst, because we were like, oh, we'll just do it ourselves. And it was, yeah, it was the pits. Frogs are evil. You've asked the cops if you can call them. What if you've got a spider? Tanny, my God. All right, we're talking frogs and Facebook, and Mel told me to go to bed, and I'm listening to her because she's my pseudo mum. But yeah, thank you for hanging out with me, Grooveroonies, and I'm just thinking when I'll be back on. Dunno. Might go live walking through Melbourne Airport if I've got time, or do something random like that perhaps. Who knows? Oh, frogs are good for the planet. If the frogs all die, then the planet's going to die. Thanks, Berg, and good morning to you in Pittsburgh. I love Pennsylvania. That was one of my favourite states. I had a ball there. I loved Harrisburg. My uncle and auntie from Australia were living there. And then we went down to Chesapeake Bay and sailed around Chesapeake Bay. We did a little sailing course, sailed out of Annapolis, spent a fair bit of time in Baltimore and all these beautiful places in Chesapeake Bay. But yeah, I love Pennsylvania. Intercourse, Pennsylvania was one of my favourite places that I went for more reasons than just the name. But yeah, Pittsburgh, cool part of the States. Big fan. Listening to Mel. Yeah, she'll kick my ass. Anyway, I love you guys, And no, I don't. I say that all the time. I mean, I do for the most part. I mean, I think I love you all for spending time with me, because I think that's really lovely of you to do that. But, you know, whether I love you in a I want to hump your leg way or not, I don't know. I think you're all cool and groovy. No, I do love you. You're awesome. You know it. You've missed all the good times. Well, like Maddie Beth, it's lovely having you back. And sweet dreams for those heading to bed. Have a beautiful day for those starting it. I think all the UK people have gone, but it's the middle of the day for them. And see you around on the YouTubes sooner rather than later, hopefully. Stay groovy, everyone. Bye. And